Welcome back. Well, Hitachi Energy is a stock that's surging in trade. They reported a good set of numbers. Revenue surged up by 27%. The margins that expanded as well. To detail the past quarter's numbers and more importantly, what's the outlook, particularly on HVDC, and what's the pipeline out there? We're joined by the Managing Director as well as the CEO, Mr. Venu, who joins us on the show. Hi, sir. Good morning. And always good to speak to you. Congratulations. Margins back in double digits. Will it hold at these levels from here on? I recall when I visited you in Bangalore, you had said it's heading over there, and it's happened. So should we get used to now margins continuing in double digits? And also I wanted to ask you, in terms of this HVDC orders, that's clearly started coming. It's more frequent than what we have seen in the past. And as you said, the pipeline is there. There are 2-3 orders in store. By when should we hear about the outcome?
Yeah. No, I think good morning, Nigel, and it's a pleasure talking to you always. Yes, this quarter has been a very solid all-round performance in all metrics. Our orders have surged almost, high triple digit, 838%, and driven by a large HVDC contract. And revenues are 31% higher, and our margin EBITDA improved by 380 basis points. And our exports have gone up, and our other lever for growth, service, has done well in this quarter in that. Overall, I would say that this quarter has been extremely good in all the KPIs. And as we have been saying about our margin guidance, I think our endeavor is to see that we improve our margins on a quarter-on-quarter basis, or at least hold on to that. So that will remain in that. And coming back to the HVDC, as you know, that energy transition is a huge tailwinds in India. And as a country, as part of the National Electricity Plan, NEP, they want to add another 30 gigawatt of HVDC lines. And that creates a huge amount of pipeline from now until 2032. In addition to what we have won, we see at least another 3 projects are under bidding stage, and we will be also bidding those things. And if you recall, we have been saying this at least last 2 years, and not only saying this, but we have taken a lot of actions in localizing our portfolio, localizing equipment, opening our new factory for HVDC in Chennai. All those things are now started bearing the fruits.
All right, got it. So, Mr. Venu, as you said, now you're expecting margins to hold in this vicinity and improve from here on. Is that correct?
At least hold on to that. We don't want to give a further guidance on that. Hold on to that.
All right, I'll have to push on the HVDC part then. As you said, there are a couple of announcements that could be due on that front. And now it's not one big HVDC order in 5 years. The tenure as well, the frequency has increased. Adani, I think they were selected as the developer for one of them, and they're looking for a partner. So, places you well. And if I look at the global backdrop as well, Hitachi, the global company, has been bagging larger number of orders, particularly the one in Europe, in comparison to Siemens. So that places you quite well. What are you all doing so differently that is putting you all in pole position? And on these orders, the Adani order, the Leh Ladakh order, the HVDC order, should we expect it sometime in the second half of this calendar year to know the outcome of that?
Yeah. So I think HVDC technology, this is a technology we have invented 70 years back. And since then we have been, investing in this. This technology, you need a lot of investments required to ensure that you are up to date on the technology, bringing the footprint, low losses, all those things are extremely important. And we did the same thing in India also. And in India today, we almost manufacture, or we almost execute this project end to end in that. What we are doing differently is basically, we are localizing it, we are updating it, we are creating the ecosystems in India to execute the project end to end in that. Today, around 16 HVDC links, including the new one. Out of that, 8 are being done by us. So that clearly shows that we are at full position when it comes to the HVDC technology. And this is also true for globally. Globally, we have done almost 150 gigawatt of HVDC links around the world in various parts of that. And we have been investing, and we continue to invest in this technology in that. When it comes to your second part of the question, I think we at least one more project will get awarded in the next 3 to 6 months also. And maybe another project in the second quarter of second fiscal of the next financial year is what we are expecting it.
Okay, so another HVDC award probably in 3 to 6 months, and the subsequent one in the next financial year. So you mean FY27, sir?
Yeah, this award means the customers will award. It's not that we get everything. The customers will award one project in the next 3 to 6 months, and one more project in the second 6 months, second half of the next financial year.
Got it. Okay, so now this becomes really important for us to understand. I mean, look at the stock, by the way. Stock is on 20% circuit. And even though the market anticipated this big swell in the order book, right? We knew about the HVDC order, but still the execution and the rest of the parameters have also hit the mark. Mr. Venu, so if we talk about your order book, total order book, I think you're almost at about 19,000 crores along with this wins.
That's right.
How much is ex-HVDC? And so let's take it step by step. And then you're saying another 6 months, assuming if you get something there in that award, how do you see the order book position moving, the total order book, and also X of HVDC? And then we need to understand revenue recognition because these HVDC orders are very big. So what is the timeline? When will you start recognizing revenue from them? So help us understand both the way the order book will move and how the revenue will start reflecting this.
Right. No, I think, again, thank you very much for your questions. HVDC orders are pretty long gestation period. It'll go from anywhere between 48 months for first half of the things, and next 54 months. That's where we do. The bipole 1, 48 months, and 54 is bipole 2. But the revenues will start kicking in slowly after 12 months, slowly, but it'll actually get momentum will come in the second year and third year, and that's where is the thing in that. We don't give the split of our order backlog of close to 19,000 crores. What is HVDC? What is not there? But all I can tell you that our order inflow this quarter also, excluding HVDC, also has a high double-digit growth. So that clearly shows our focus on our base orders, our high growth segments I was talking about, the renewable and data centers industries are really growing in this quarter as well.
Got it. So X of HVDC also is growing well. But now the second part of my question, understanding revenue recognition. You said the revenue will start getting booked 12 months onwards. So then help us understand slowly, gradually. So now help us understand the revenue profile. Some idea of where you might be at the end of FY25. And I'm guessing in FY25, HVDC is not even getting booked. And then FY26, 27, when it really starts showing up in numbers, and what's the kind of delta? And I'm guessing it's going to be a big delta that we'll expect on the top line.
Now, FY25 this year, also we have a revenue from HVDC. That's a Mumbai HVDC project, which we have booked 3 years back. So that's part of the revenue has come in that. So remaining revenue will also come in the next year, and some part of the revenue for the order which we have booked also will start kicking in into the next year.
What's the revenue growth for this year? Top line growth with all these orders and the additional revenue being booked.
You recall, we don't give the forward-looking statements.
I was just trying.
We have been creating the order backlog, and we are sustaining this order growth momentum, and naturally the revenue is offshoot of those orders. You get the backlog and you execute it and you get the revenues. And our focus has been, if you see in the last 3-4 years, to consistently create the highest ever order backlog, and this quarter has been highest ever order backlog, close to 19,000 crores.
Got it. I know you don't say good morning. I'm sorry we had more questions, but we're out of time. But I'll just keep it simple. I know you don't give a outlook, but you can agree or disagree, or agree strongly or disagree strongly. So 24, and because it's a high quality name, stocks corrected, and people would want to know, because on a trailing basis, stock seems very expensive. Not your business to talk about the stock, and I don't expect you to. But so 24, I think you did about 120 crores in profits. 25, about 320 odd crores. I'm not. I think that's the expectation. And 26, it's just under 600 crores in net profit. So we're talking about very big jump in that sense. Sounds in the ballpark, correct?
If the revenue comes up, rest of the things fall in, Prashant. So I don't want to say yes or no for that. If you see here, our 9 months revenue from this year is 4,500 crores. If you add all the 3 quarters put together, which is quite a high, almost 25-26% growth on the cumulative 9 months. I think our thing is to sustain this revenue momentum, and that's exactly what we are looking at it.
All right. next time I'll ask, we'll ask more in terms of the business. So very interesting space. And of course, with the budget around the corner, I think I'd love to have your reaction post the budget as well, which is of course this Saturday. Thank you very much for joining us and running us through some of that commentary. We'll take a quick